Hey guys, Mike here, and we are going to jump in this kitchen and do some of the new products we've gotten just to cover the protein intake. And we're thinking also, this is props to you for all the stuff that you do, but ultimately we're also a busy family. And just like you guys who are business owners, cranking stuff out, you want to make sure you get your protein intake and make sure it's good quality, stuff like that. Well, we're going to do a review on some new products, some things we haven't tried before, and we're going to show ways that you can get that protein intake. All right, let's get to it. All right, so then first things first, we typically are getting packs of meat, ground beef, the good stuff, right? And packing it so it stacks in your freezer, so you can stack it as much as you typically are going to be packing for the evenings, prepare yourself. That's the one method we usually do. We also do the roast, right? We'll throw a big, nice roast into our crock pot, right? You can also grab the full thing of the rotisserie chickens, right? Which is typical like what we do for dinners, right? But when you're on the go, meetings come up, you're on the go, you're getting on your calls, things like that. And you're just like, I need to keep going and I don't have time to sit around and make a full meal, cook a full meal. Yes, a good egg in the morning, things like that. But what we've done, we're going to do some tests. So we're going to start number one with the stuff that typically, right, aren't going to be recommended by Saladino, maybe not even approved, but there are some things in here that have a good amount. Like this is a small amount of protein. We're talking 2 grams right on the MadeGood, right? You can grab that and go, absolutely. But what could be better is we're going to give these a try. Chomps. When I taste those for the first time today, never have had before, but one of these alone is 10 grams. So we're talking 10 grams protein, right? It's going to be awesome. We're also talking about the Fairlife. Sophia picked up a pack of the Fairlife protein shakes, these little quick, high quality Fairlifes. And this one says it's 30 grams. I'm wondering about the other product ingredients. We don't know for sure if it's a Paul Saladino approved. We also got some of his pack of his creatine. We're also going to go through some of the quick. We're going to open this together, and this is his 3-pack of the beef. And this is the cool thing. So I get a text this morning, and this is what I love about his products. So Heart and Soil, obviously one of his products. Definitely say go get it. We're not sponsored, but we definitely want to say when he talks about his protein intake, right, and talks about these types of multivitamins that most people are getting from the stores or from your Sprouts or from your quality places for vitamins, it's talking about 28 ingredients that you can't even pronounce that are typically in these multivitamins. Whereas this, all you're getting is beef organs, right? And they have 5 ingredients, and you definitely know what they are. We're going to open that together. We'll do that next. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to crack open the drink. We're going to do this one first. Let's see. Obviously it says shake. Well, we're going to give it a shake. We're going to give this a taste right off the bat. I could get a glass, but I'm just going to go for it and see what the flavor. This one is actually the chocolate flavor. Obviously our family is a high. we count because of thumbs up with chocolate. I can see why. So my wife likes it. She was like saying this morning, yes, absolutely. Kids love it. It's a go-to, obviously 30 grams, right? Can't go wrong. Just again, don't know what the other ingredients are that are awesome. We wanted to stick to a good diet, which right now, typically we're making an egg in the morning and then flying out the door or getting to our appointments or making our calls. Sometimes we'll make the Zico bread, which is toast, right, with an egg on top. And you're talking straight up protein. Even this alone has about, let's see, on this has 4 grams. So 4 grams on the Zico bread. But this bread, and I've heard the joke before, toasted with butter and an egg, that alone, I forget who it is, I think it was Tim Hawkins talking about how these could be like those AstroTurf that you're going to be hitting golf balls off of. Maybe not the greatest flavor and taste awesome. That's the difference between these two. Quick, fast action, tastes great, give or take the ingredients. Home, all the wholesome ingredients. They say it's non-GMO, it's also organic, it's got everything they're saying is supposed to be intake to your body that's going to be good for you. Although seeds and grains are something that you, I would say, not avoid, but keep them to the minimal, as opposed to a full pack of protein like your beef intake. And so that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna try the Chomps. We're gonna give this a go, right? Like this, like the Slim Jims of all the, and they're not that easy to open, it's crazy. The Slim Jims of all that. We're gonna get this pair of scissors. Right on. Cool. We'll just slice that top open. And again, like your Slim Jims, but do not, the kind of that are at the gas station, just typical Slim Jims. We're gonna try these though. Now you can definitely tell the difference. There's some questionable the process of making these, right? We're like, how do they actually make them? That might be a question for your factory, who might have that, or the professional who knows that, has that knowledge. But I will say, not bad. So grass-fed beef and finished beef, I don't know the difference. That's the thing. We're not fully knowledgeable. We don't have the input, but I will say with 10 grams, quick chomp, gotta have something. Definitely will say that could be the answer. And then now we're gonna get into, first thing we're gonna try, we typically will do juices in the morning. So I typically don't have, I'll do a little bit of fast and do juices in the morning only with vitamins, and then skip until lunch, and then have that lunch meal, right? Well, it could be an egg, could be a couple different things. But again, busy lifestyle. So this is for that typical person that's going after it, right? Kind of going on. We grab, again, this is our boy. Let me put that out of the way. Who creates great products. Lineage, put together creatine. And we just recently watched something about this, about how much creatine intake is actually really good. He did the science, he did the work. We're gonna open this package kind of the same, cut it across the cutting board, make it easier to slice open, right? We're gonna do the same juice mix, one with, one without. I'm gonna do a spoonful, grab nice fat. We're just gonna throw a tablespoon of that. They've got these inside here, and that's the thing, try to find these sometimes is not easy because you don't want to put your fingers all up in there. But they've got their serving little scoopers, and actually I think there's just that. And then the moisture, that's what it is. So there's a little moisture getting in there, and your hands have moisture. You're grabbing a glass of juice, next thing you know, there's water all over your fingers and moisture on the outside of the glass. Careful of that. So I'll just go with a spoonful this time around. Leave that scoop in there. That's a heavy duty. I'm gonna go probably cut that down too, because the intake was supposed to be a lot. What he showed on one of his videos was pretty heavy duty. Let it be diluted. All right, we're just gonna stir that up a little bit. Let that dilute, right? And we do a couple different mixes. This one actually is guava, OJ, one of our faves. Pog is one of our faves, pineapple orange and guava. But this time around it's orange, guava, and a little bit of the lemonade mixed with watermelon. So watermelon and then, so we're gonna give this a go with, without. First of all, we know how this tastes. Just gonna mix that up. It's gonna sit a little bit. And that's our favorite. Can't go wrong. Have a dash of that lemonade. It's not necessarily the best combo. My opinion, most of the time it's just watermelon because you're gonna get a ton of hydration, plus the stuff that's in some of these other juices that have been pressed, if they're not fresh pressed. We have our fresh press here, but again, you're talking about hurry, time's of the essence. You don't have a lot of time. You want to throw some juices together. I'd absolutely get your pre-packaged, pre-pressed juices, right? And drop those in the fridge ready to go. That's what these are. And this is the creatine one. We're gonna give that a try, see the difference in the flavors. Because obviously sometimes creatine, you're like, whoa, that's potent, right? But it's what he recommends, and we're gonna give that a taste. I'm gonna give that a big one. And you know what? That is not bad actually. So there's not a huge, like, whoa, take you back, here's your taste buds. It's actually blended pretty well, especially with the different types of juices. When you originally do that, I believe he was taking it with a big glass of water, and that was intense. So I was like, whoa, this makes sense. Maybe throw it in a smoothie. You have time to throw together frozen fruits. I will say, definitely something we recommend. So our family does these packs with your pre-packed frozen chunks, right? Dragon fruit, passion fruit, mango, right? Stuff like that. We do a lot of the other blends. Let's see, I think that's pretty much the same one. And we have mango, we got straight like blueberries, passion fruit, just passion fruit. Those are actually pretty good. And then you'll just do that with making sure you get your protein. Creatine was one of them. We also do whey. Sometimes we'll do whey. That alone changes things. And I will say one thing. We can, hold on one sec. And this one we actually use with our protein shakes. Definitely recommend the 100% whey, gold standard, 24 grams. Not bad. Again, we're not sponsored. This isn't a sponsored video. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna rip open this package. Obviously quality packaging, right? Hard and soil, can't go wrong. All easy to open. We'll show you guys. The videographer here is asking me to show the product. Might as well, right? So you open that box, pretty solid. That's all it is. Beef, pure beef, right? And beef parts, beef, different types of organs. I'm going to show you the three different ones that come in this package specifically. You scan that, you can be part of the tribe, right? He's got a tribe that's going on, Heart and Soil tribe, with their supplements. The most important thing though is you're getting solid quality ingredients and products from them. So we're gonna put that over there out of the way. So this one is your beef organs. And they say you can take up to 6 daily. What the actual intake is, it gives you the amount, right? And then the different types of organs that are on here, different vitamins, minerals, all different types of the acids, the different things that are in these bottles. Like he said in that text, that there is nothing but the good, pure stuff in there. Then you got the pure American liver. That's the second product in there. Nothing but organ, straight organ. And it's like heavy duty. This one you can smell when you open that up. You can like tell it's potent. But here are 30, there's in each of these, I think this is like 30 per. Yep, so 30 of these capsules. That's right, 30-day supply. So you're getting a 30-day supply, 3 grams each per serving, right? Which daily intake, I think the only one of these, this one actually says that you can take 6 daily, right? Let's make sure. I'm almost positive they're all 6 daily. Double check. This one, yeah, so same thing. And the great thing about this is we've already got it open bottles that you can just literally like take a handful if you're doing a good amount. Right, you can drop in your daily intake and do some in the evening, some in the morning. I'll tend to do mine in the morning again with the juice when you're off and running. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I just wanna encourage you to go after your health. Don't let your health slip. We've got friends of ours who have multiple different types of friends of ours who definitely give what the value of what you're supposed to be intaking in your body. But we're just up here giving our opinion, right? Letting you know this is what's changed. The reason why is because we've seen our health get affected. Work 24/7, hard working, pushing limits, long hours and long days with our clients. But what shifted is here, our mindset. Where does that sit? Should we be thinking about our health? Because your health is also what's going to give you longevity of pushing long days. If you're not eating healthy, you're not putting your body, keeping track of what goes in your body, it's going to affect you. And over time, it may not hit you right away, but it's going to hit you eventually. And then you're going to be negatively impacted from how much time you can put. Family time gets affected. Your marriages get affected. Sex life, all of it. So I just want to make sure, put that out there. Yeah. Sweat. Okay.
You said there was no words you couldn't pronounce.
Although, that's fine. That's classic. Okay, so you can pronounce it. It's just, wasn't sure if it's Sue without the T, but it's the New Zealand grass-fed Sue and the prized paraffinic kidney or fat, your fire starter. I didn't even know that, so that's pretty crazy. I know this stuff that gets you going, and that's the key. Some fats are good for you, good fat. That's what you want to intake. That'll get you, that's why they call it fire starter, because it's a fuel, definitely a fuel for you to get going. So I'm going to close with one more thing. All right, so from beginning to end on the new things that we're trying out, like the Chomps, the drinks, creatine, right, that's brand new, and the vitamins, we're going to give a quick overview and our score. So 1 out of 5, I'm gonna just shout it out to my family in the background and us and me and you. We're gonna join together on this, and we're gonna give this a point system. So then you can go try yourself and see what you think. So family, what do you guys think regarding the beef Chomps? What would you give that a 1 out of 5? We're gonna average our points.
3.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
3. 3. Got. So Jay, what do you think? What's your score?
5.
Okay, he gives a 5. I'm on the 4, so we'll give it 3.5 between us 3. 4 of us, including MJ. I like his score. He will give it a 5, I think, every time. We're gonna jump over to the Fairlife. So 1 out of 5, or between a 1 and 5. What do you guys say? Shake.
3.5.
3.5. 5 is the high score. 3.5.
He's like 7.
I'm gonna say 3.5. Obviously, we'll give him a 5. I know he loves chocolate, so 5. So our average somewhere in the close to 4, right? 3.7-ish. So that's not bad. And I definitely say give those a go. Again, if you're on the run, you have to hurry. The Lineage, obviously, a quick scoop of that. More creatine. No one's tried it in the house so far. I believe it's definitely worth it, not only for the intake, but also there's not a ton of flavor when you throw it into a protein shake or into your mixed juice. There's a little bit, but we'll give that a 4 out of 5, right? Fire starters, obviously this stuff you just literally swallow with your juice. You don't really taste any of the flavors, but I will say ever since taking these, right, alongside of our like quick breakfast, or even just if it's just juice, all those definitely get, in my opinion, a 5. So 5 for those 3. What about you guys? 5 all around? Cool. And then what about the 100% whey, our protein vanilla ice cream, which is crazy because we usually do make a protein shake with that. Okay, 4.5. MJ gives it a 4.5 too. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 4. So we're still leaning towards 4.5, close to 4.5. That's it from us, guys. Hope this is helpful. Have a great one.
How do you do it? It's when you chop off this because you eat it like it, and then tastes pretty good. So Papa already tasted those. Papa made, so we got this at the. So when you eat it, very good. It's good. Very, very good.
The darkest nights just mean the brightest morning.
Let's
Right?
go with that.
Inside the package.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got my bowl.
Alright, show the other.
So
Like-
10 grams.
Oh, these apples are made of
And this is
greens.
12 to 8. Good job on your YouTube video. That's enough.
Goodbye.
See ya.
See ya. The next one is the glitch. Surprise.